All right, now the United States and the Taliban will be opening a fresh round of negotiations next week. This will be the 7th round of peace talks between the US negotiators and the Taliban that will take place in Doha. Now, the US Special Representative Zalmay Khalilzad on Afghanistan has said that the two sides would start their 7th round of talks on the 29th of June. Now, the State Department has said that the negotiations with the Taliban will take place as usual in Qatar. Zalmay Khalilzad is, of course, hoping to negotiate a deal under which the US will withdraw troops first sent after the 9/11 attacks. In turn, the Taliban will have to guarantee that Afghanistan will not be used as a staging ground by the Islamist extremists such as Al-Qaeda. The Taliban have refused US appeals to end the violence to improve the atmosphere of talks, instead pressing on with their insurgency. Now, the peace talks have been faced with many deadlocks over the past 7 months since Khalilzad started his efforts on behalf of the US government. Now, Khalilzad has said that the talks are making slow but steady progress. In another key sticking point, the Taliban have not negotiated with the internationally recognized government in Kabul. But according to the United Nations, Germany and Qatar are in fact working to organize an inter-Afghan meeting. President Donald Trump has voiced impatience with the war, believing that there's no further reason for the United States to bear the costs and the lives in fighting this bloody long war that has dragged on since 2001. Meanwhile, senior Afghan leaders have called for dialogue and reconciliation for the peaceful future of Afghanistan at the Afghan Peace Conference hosted by Pakistan. As many as about 40 veteran Afghan leaders who gathered in Pakistan agreed that the intra-Afghan dialogue is essential to bring the country out of 4 decades of war. Now, the inaugural session of the conference, titled Lahore Process in Purban, was also attended by Pakistan Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi.
Ex-Defense Minister and ex...
In addition to their negotiation with the Americans, they need to begin to negotiate with the Afghans and reach an agreement, a comprehensive peace agreement that will determine the future of the country. Without that, no peace agreement will be complete, and it will not lead to a lasting peace.
All right, now the Indian Foreign Ministry hosted a dinner for all heads of missions late last night. Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar presided over the dinner. He spoke about the country's foreign policy and also had informal chats with many of the envoys who were present. Now, S. Jaishankar highlighted that New Delhi is in fact ready to share global responsibilities and be part of shaping global outcomes of various issues ranging from climate change to maritime security. He said that India will be working towards the Act East and Neighbourhood First policy. The minister also stated that India was in fact very keen on partnerships across the world. Now, speaking to WION, the Venezuelan envoy to India said that S. Jaishankar's gesture was highly valued. Now, Coromoto Gode Calderon said that the minister approached every table and spoke to all of the High Commissioners who were present. Interestingly, Pakistan was also invited for the dinner. No question of isolation here. Pakistan's Deputy High Commissioner Syed Haider Shah was present in place of the Pakistani envoy Moin ul Haq, who is yet to take charge. Now, the invite, of course, comes amidst tensions between India and Pakistan in the aftermath of the deadly Pulwama attack. India, remember, has, of course, maintained a pretty steady and a very concerted policy that terror and talk cannot go hand in hand. But at this dinner, Pakistani envoy was invited.